dreams. We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in tonight for a glimpse into my life as an online merchant. I've been navigating the e-commerce jungle for a while now, and let me tell you, it's a wild ride filled with unexpected twists and turns. From shipping mishaps that could rival a circus act to customer inquiries that leave me questioning the meaning of life, it's never a dull moment in the world of online sales. But the one thing that keeps me going is the humor I find in the chaos, and tonight, I'm here to share some of those laughs with you. So grab your virtual shopping carts and get ready for a comedy show that's all about the trials and tribulations of selling online. And before we dive in, let me share a little wisdom from my manager. Rusty, your packing skills are so bad, it's like you're trying to send a puzzle instead of a product. While working as an online merchant, this is what my manager said about my work. Rusty, your product descriptions are so confusing, customers think they're buying a mystery box. In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. Even a compass couldn't navigate your website's user interface. I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. Your online store is like a digital maze, and the exit is always hidden. Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. Your shipping times are so slow, customers forget what they ordered by the time it arrives. You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. Your customer service is so unresponsive, even carrier pigeons would be quicker. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. You're the reason our return policy is longer than a Russian novel. Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. Your website's search function is like a game of hide and seek, and it's always hiding. One day this is what my supervisor said about my work. Even a mime communicates better than your email marketing. While working some extra hours, my team said this. Your sales pitches are like a bad stand-up comedy routine. Everyone cringes. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. You're so disorganized, customers think they stumbled into an online garage sale. I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. Your inventory management is so chaotic, even a tornado would be jealous. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. Your online security is like a sieve, all the sensitive information leaks through. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. Your checkout process is so complicated, customers need a manual to buy a single item. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. Your product photos are so blurry, it's like you're selling Bigfoot sightings. You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. You're like a magician, you make customer reviews disappear. One day this is what my supervisor said about my work. Your online store's loading times are slower than a snail on a leisurely stroll. Let me share what my team had to say about my work just yesterday. Your website's color scheme is like a neon sign in a library, confusing and unnecessary. My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, Your sales tactics are so pushy, even telemarketers would be impressed. It's like my superintendent woke up and decided to roast my work with this comment. Your product recommendations are so off, customers think you're pranking them. Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, You're the reason we have to include a help button on our homepage. My team's feedback on my work was quite the surprise. Your website's checkout process is like a choose-your-own-adventure book, except all the choices lead to errors. So, there I was on a coffee break when one of my colleagues said to me, Your product listings are so inaccurate, customers receive surprises instead of purchases. Just this Wednesday my colleague said this about me. You're the only online merchant who needs a GPS to find their own products in the warehouse. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my team said this about my work. Even a broken link is more reliable than your e-commerce platform. So, on a Friday, my team came up with this gem about my work. Your online store's layout is so confusing, customers think they've entered a virtual funhouse. Here's a good one. My team's take on my work was, your customer reviews are like a horror movie. People scream and run away. You won't believe what my team said about my work recently. Your email marketing is like a never-ending chain letter. Nobody wants to forward it. Picture this. My executives' comment on my work went something like this. Your shipping fees are so high, customers expect their packages to arrive via private jet. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. Your product descriptions are so vague, customers have to guess what they're buying. I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. You're like an online merchant from this. Your website screams dial-up vibes. Picture this. My team's comment on my work went something like this. Your online chat support is so slow, it's like having a conversation with a sloth. So, my manager dropped this gem about my work recently. Your website search bar is like a magic 8-ball, it never gives a straight answer. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. You're the reason customers invented the term retail therapy. The other day, my boss had this to say about my work. Your online store's FAQ section is like a riddle wrapped in an enigma. Last week, my controller threw this curved ball. Your website's error messages are like a secret code. Nobody knows what they mean. While working some extra hours, my team said this. Your product images are so pixelate, customers think they're shopping in Minecraft. So, my team leader came up with this singer about my work. Your sales promotions are like a magic trick. Customers never see the discounts. You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. Your website's load times are so long, customers have time to write a novel while waiting. Here's a good one. My head of department's take on my work was, your checkout button is like a hidden treasure. Customers embark on a quest to find it. I couldn't believe it when my executive remarked this. You're the only online merchant who could turn one click buy into a 20-step process. Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? Your online store's loading times are so slow, customers have time to take a nap and dream about better websites. I had to hold back laughter when my administrator commented like this. Your product recommendations are like a fortune teller's predictions, nobody believes them. I've heard some things in my time, but what my superior said about my work was truly memorable. You're the reason people invented ad blockers. In the realm of unbelievable feedback, my administrator said this about my work. Your e-commerce platform is like a puzzle missing half the pieces, and they're in different boxes. Guess what my manager said during our meeting? Even the 404 not found page on your website is lost. Let me share what my director said about my work on Tuesday. Your online store's checkout process is like running a marathon with hurdles and hoops. Another day I went to work and my manager said, your website's search results are like a game of roulette, you never know what you'll get. My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, your product categories are so confusing, customers feel like they're in a digital jungle. Just this Wednesday my colleagues said this about me. You're like a magician, you make customers disappear with your slow response times. You won't believe the hilarious thing my manager said. Your online store's layout is like a jigsaw puzzle without a picture on the box. My boss's perspective on my work took an unexpected turn when he said, your customer service chatbot is like a broken record, it just keeps repeating the same error message. We went for a team building and my team leader dropped this gem. Your website's contact us page is like sending a message in a bottle, it never gets a response. My employer's feedback was quite the surprise when he said, your product descriptions are so generic, customers think they're reading a dictionary. Guess what my manager said during our meeting? You're the reason some customers have trust issues with online shopping. Ever had your work summed up by your chief in a single sentence? Mine did. And it was, your online store's navigation is like a maze designed by a mad scientist. Guess what my team said about my work during one of our meetings? Your limited time offer banners are up longer than some marriages. One of my colleagues dropped this gem on Monday. Your checkout button is like Waldo, customers have to search for it. Just when I thought I'd heard it all, my manager said this about my work. Your online store's server crashes more often than a teenager's curfew. You'll get a kick out of what my manager said. You're like a website DJ, customers never know which page you'll mix up next. I had to hold back laughter when my team commented on my work like this. Your e-commerce platform is so outdated, even the dinosaurs are impressed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this hilarious journey into the world of online merchandising. I hope you've enjoyed the laughs as much as I've enjoyed sharing my e-commerce misadventures with you all. In the ever-evolving digital marketplace, there are bound to be some bumps along the way, and I've certainly had my fair share. But remember, laughter is the best discount, and I hope I've provided you with some well-deserved price reductions on your daily dose of stress. Before we part ways, let's end on a humorous note with my manager's latest critique. Rusty, your online store is like a puzzle missing half the pieces, and they're in different boxes. Thank you for joining me tonight, and may your online shopping experiences be smoother than my journey through the digital aisles. Thank you for being here and have a good day. See you on the next one.
And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything?
Hey, I may be the worst at my job, but at least I'm entertaining. Leave a comment down below, and let me know what your manager is saying about your work. And if you didn't enjoy this show, well, I promise I'll try even harder to disappoint you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay employed, and keep smiling.